What is going on, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, cats and dogs? You are listening to another quick mobile episode of Wrestling Geeks. And as always, I'm your host, Ryan, aka Mr. Showtime. And it is Saturday, January 27, 2018. We are about a few hours away from NXT Takeover Philadelphia, live on the WWE Network. I am outskis and aboutskis right now. First of all, I'm not going to be able to see the show live, so I have to turn off my phone, notifications, all that good stuff. So I did want to cover the card before we all jump over to the network, but I'm actually going to be live here at Mega Wrestling's Open the Gates. Really awesome event right here out in beautiful Elyria, Ohio. We're going to be doing a couple interviews tonight, which should be a lot of fun. But I mean, don't want that to take away from the fact that it's Royal Rumble weekend, and I do want to talk about what we're going to be doing here for NXT Takeover. So I am pulling up the card right now, and let's see where we are here. Okay, so of course we've had a lot of awesome storylines leading into NXT Takeover Philadelphia. One of which, of course, is the main storyline of Johnny Gargano and Cien Almas. I do want to talk about that, but let's start at the bottom of the card here. A match that was kind of like quietly announced here. We have the Velveteen Dream taking on Cassius Ohno. I love both these guys, but I really think that right now Velveteen Dream is on such a hot streak right now that you can't have the guy lose. I would love to see Cassius Ohno go complete heel and kind of turn Velveteen Dream into a babyface, especially after that awesome match he had with Aleister Black. That's just how I feel there, but I think it's very, very obvious that the crowd is behind Velveteen Dream. And but of course, with Cassius Ohno, former Chris Hero, he's got a hell of a following too, but I just really think they're going to go with Velveteen Dream here. Next match here, we got the NXT Tag Team Championships. We got the Undisputed Era, the team of Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly, defending against the Authors of Pain with Paul Ellering. I honestly thought that at this point that the Authors of Pain would be on the main roster, but with the signing of War Machine, I really think that we're going to see War Machine in the NXT spotlight, and then this is going to be the team to feud with them, that being the Authors of Pain. I think that would be kind of like Authors of Pain's swan song, getting out of the NXT division there and going up to the main roster. But I a lot of people I have talked to about this card, they really think that Authors of Pain are going to get the titles off Undisputed Era, and I honestly don't understand how that would ever be the case. I think that with Undisputed Era, the whole story behind the trio there, it's really intriguing, and I think that they do need to keep that momentum wave and just keep riding that going forward. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see War Machine make an appearance tonight, but at the end of the day, I do think that the Undisputed Era, they're going to be the ones going over the Authors of Pain tonight. One match I'm really intrigued to see is the NXT Women's Championship match. We have Ember Moon defending the title against Shayna Baszler. Shayna had an amazing showing in the Mae Young Classic. She's done a lot of shows on the indie scene. I know they haven't really covered too much of that. They like to focus a lot on her MMA background, but Shayna Baszler actually is an accomplished professional wrestler. She's literally still the AIW Women's Champion, and she hasn't lost that title. Of course, winning that from Heidi Lovelace, a.k.a. Ruby Riott. And honestly, if I were just to look at this on paper, as much as I love Athena, a.k.a. Ember Moon, I would say, okay, well, Shayna Baszler is going to take the title, hands down. But I really think that we're going to get a little bit of a swerve, and this feud's going to continue on. I think you have to build up Shayna Baszler, but I don't think you put the title on her. So I think it's going to be a situation where she just literally just beats the crap out of Ember Moon. The referee tries to stop the match, and it's going to be like a DQ finish, right? It's not going to be Ember loses the title due to stoppage. I think it's going to be like a DQ thing. Maybe she doesn't break on the 5 count, and it's just kind of puts Ember Moon out of action maybe for a few weeks, and then you have more of this aura around Shayna Baszler as she goes forward. And I think eventually then we will get her getting the title off of Ember Moon. But I think this is a feud that's just not going to end anytime soon, but I see this ending in a DQ. Next one here, it's going to be a lot of fun watching this one. We have an Extreme Rules match with Aleister Black taking on Adam Cole from the Undisputed Era. Of course, they have been feuding since the little mini tournament to determine the number one contender for the NXT Championship. Both men kind of getting involved in each other's matches. For example, Aleister Black defeats Adam Cole in the qualifying match. Aleister Black is then kind of screwed out of his match, the Fatal 4-Way, by Adam Cole, and then they've been kind of getting in each other's face ever since. So kind of cool, especially if it being in Philly, it makes sense for them to do an Extreme Rules match. This one is honestly the hardest one for me to call, just because you got Aleister Black, who they've been really, really behind him. He's got the whole undefeated streak. But then again, you got Adam Cole, who already lost clean to Aleister Black. And as I mentioned earlier with Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly, the Undisputed Era storyline, they really got a lot of momentum. So you really don't want to kind of stifle that. So I honestly think we're going to see the end of the undefeated streak from Adam Cole. I think we're going to get some interference from the rest of the Undisputed Era. And we'll see Adam Cole going over and possibly moving into the NXT Championship picture. And, of course, we have the main event here for the NXT Championship. We have Andrade Cien Almas, along with Zelina Vega, defending the championship against Johnny Wrestling himself, Johnny Gargano. Johnny Gargano, of course, having a lot of momentum, coming off a little bit of a losing streak and a nice little storyline ever since the breakup of DIY and the turning from Tommaso Ciampa. This one, here's the thing. This is another thing. Everybody I talked to, they said, okay, well, Johnny's going to put on a good show, but Tommaso Ciampa is going to return and cost him the title. I think, honestly, that's too easy. That's like the most obvious thing that could happen. I say, why not put the title on Johnny and then have Ciampa attack him after the match? Then you can have the whole storyline where Ciampa's really confident that he can defeat Johnny for the title, and then you have this awesome feud between them. Not just a feud, the blood feud, but you have it for the title. We also can possibly see Candice LeRae getting involved. She has been spotted in Philadelphia, and you gotta, think that she's going to be traveling with the crew, especially when they're going to be going on to big shows like Royal Rumble weekend. But I really want Johnny Gargano to win, but the story of him being screwed over by Ciampa does make sense. That's the hard thing. And then you have Cien Almas on the other hand, who, he just won the title. Love him or hate him, you don't want to see a champion lose it right away. But we did see that with Sami Zayn back in 2015. So it's definitely possible that we can see, was that 2015, 2014? I can't remember the Sami Zayn thing. But he only had it for from one pay-per-view to the other one when he dropped it to Kevin Owens. So you could see this, and there's the other storyline with Johnny Gargano, still not able to get the win over Almas. So I would like to see him finally get the win over Almas. Not be affected by the mind games and outside interference by Zelina Vega. And I would still like to see Ciampa come back and attack him at the very end. I think that would be kind of cool, and that's what I would do. That's what I'm hoping for. But this is pro wrestling. This is, it's always good when you can't predict it. But anyways, I think regardless, it's going to be a hell of an event. I can't really pick. If I could pick one that's probably going to be a show stealer, I think it would probably be the main event. And then also we're going to see some good stuff between the Undisputed Era and the Authors of Pain. Any kind of surprises that I'm thinking of? I think we might see an appearance from EC3. He was spotted in Philly. And either that, if he's not going to be in the Rumble, I think EC3 would be perfect in NXT. I just hope they don't go with Derek Bateman. He owns the EC3 name. Maybe just take off the 3, but just call him Ethan Carter. I think that'd be kind of cool. Show him in the crowd, the typical NXT, look who's in the crowd. Oh, who's that, They did that with Bobby Roode. They did it with Drew Galloway, Drew McIntyre. That'd be kind of cool. I don't know. I think right now, because there's no real reason for him to feud with anybody, got to bring him in as maybe bring him in as a babyface. That'd be kind of a cool feud too with Gargano if Ciampa isn't clear to come back yet. So I could see EC3 making a nice little appearance tonight on NXT TakeOver. So let me know what you guys think. Again, I'm not going to be watching the show until like super late, as in like super early in the morning, because I'm going to be out really late tonight, guys. And be sure to follow us on the Twitter. Go to Twitter and search out Wrestling Geeks. It's Wrestling Geeks with 1G. And we're also on Facebook and Instagram, same handle. And, all of our past episodes are on iTunes, and you can find us on hardcoregeekcast.com. Go to our page, Wrestling Geeks. And other than that, enjoy the rest of the night, and tune in tomorrow for our Royal Rumble pre-show with literally the entire crew. It's going to be myself. It's going to be Hammer. It's going to be James. It's going to be Siren. It's going to be Joe. Everybody's going to be there for the Royal Rumble pre-show. So don't miss that. It's going to be live right here on Spreaker. It's going to be Spreaker.com/show/Wrestling Geeks. All right, guys, we will see you next time, and enjoy.